Mr. Gonzalez, you've worked for the Heritage Foundation since 2009. Did you have any involvement with the creation and authorship of this infamous document, Project 2025?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm proud to say that I wrote an essay in it.
Proud of it?
And I worked for every version of this project, which we've had every 4 years at an election year. It's called Mandate for Leadership.
People are not with you on that, Mr. Gonzalez. And
I'm just giving you the facts.
I'm going to tell you, in my remaining time, I'm going to sum up the testimony of you three guys, the Republican witnesses, and to sum it up, you are anti-racial justice, you're anti-gender equity, and you're anti-environmental protection.
I'd like to address something that one of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle mentioned earlier about gender equity. I find it particularly amusing that the party who doesn't know how many genders there are to begin with has the gall to lecture us about gender equity. But if we want to talk about gender equity, let's talk about it. Which party believes that men should be using women's bathrooms? It's not this side of the aisle, it's the Democrat Party. Which party believes that men should be playing in women's sports? It's not this side of the aisle, it's the Democrat Party. Which party believes that our tax dollars should fund transgender surgeries for minors? It's not this side of the aisle, it's that side of the aisle. And those are things that they don't like to talk about because they know how wildly unpopular they are with the American people. But that is the reality, and that's what we are up against right now, is a Democrat Party that is pushing some of the most wild and perverse social programs on the American people. Mr. Gonzalez, thank you for being here, and thank you for taking the time. During President Biden's tenure, USAID under Samantha Powers took a particular interest in Hungary. Is that right?
Yes, that's right, Congressman.
Would you say that USAID's involvement in that country, including funding media organizations, was nonpartisan, or do you think that was used to push a particular agenda?
Oh, it was meant to do regime change in a NATO ally, and a very key NATO ally. That was unconscionable.
Why do you think that the Biden administration was so interested in using our tax dollars to funnel monetary support for domestic political opposition in an allied nation in order to harm a democratically elected government?
Well, for the same reason it did it in Guatemala and Macedonia with equally pro-U.S. leaders. It just didn't like conservative governments that were trying to do things like fighting for life, fighting for demographic growth in all these countries. Disagreed with their foreign policy. All these leaders were also very pro-Israel, pro-Taiwan. In the case of Guatemala, so I think that it was just the Biden administration disagreed with the politics of these countries, even though it went against U.S. interests to disagree with these governments.
In shifting focus to the United States, do you think that there are similar left-wing, virtually money laundering operations here that are aimed at influencing American politics, particularly through the media?
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Soros said very early on, I believe in the mid-90s, that he wanted to turn his attention inward towards the United States. An American is free to do so. As I said in my testimony, I'm also free to criticize him. I disagree with him on the positions he takes. As I said, he's free to do that with his money. I'm free to criticize.